I'm lonely. Okay, so let me explain. Pokemon Sword and Shield has been out for about 3 months now, and honestly I wasn't really crazy about the game itself. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really consider this incredible gameplay. But that's the thing, I think Pokemon resonates with so many people because of the strong emotional bonds that we connect with this diverse cast of animals. But despite all that, I always end up just gravitating towards the Pokemon I think are the cutest. Cut to me with 2 doggies and a dead piece of coral. Therefore, I decided to go out and look for a completely unique adventure in the Galar region with totally new characters and Pokemon I knew nothing about, so I can learn about them and make them my friends. I began my quest in Meth. I started here because it's where I was standing when I booted up the game, and apparently that's good enough for me. That's when I ran into whatever this is. I'm gonna assume this is like some sea urchin Pokemon, and that's fine, you know, good for it. But the party really starts when it evolves into this abomination, and something weird that transforms into something weirder and twice the size is very relatable. Honestly, it reminded me of going through puberty, and I instantly knew that I needed it on my team. I'm not sure if that last bit translates into a penis joke or not, but if it does, assume I did it on purpose. Next, on my quest for colleagues, I found the meanest looking bug I have ever seen. This thing is called Orbital, but I have never seen more discontent come from a Pokemon in my life. Look at him go. He's already completely over me. At first, I was modestly open to the idea of friendship, but I won't lie, his lack of interest only drew me in more with heightened fervor. However, I am a little picky and I only want humble Pokemon in my friend group. So when I caught it, I gave my new pompous boy the dumbest name I can think of so that it would grow up and be more well-rounded. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Snom. So far, everything's going great. I'm making a ton of friends. And then I run into my first big problem. There's already a Pokemon named Snom in this game. I don't know if it was some sick practical joke of Game Freak to give the saddest, weakest looking Pokemon the dumbest name. So I decided to catch him and name him Orbital. Okay, I get it. Hear me out with this one. RuPaul says that changing your attitude can be as simple as changing your outfit. And I don't know if that's true or not, or if it even applies at all, but maybe people would believe that statement more if her name was Scientist RuPaul. Case in point, I switched the names. But anyway, I'm still very proud of my mean bug, my stubby worm, and my other Pokemon that looks like an absolute f***ing disaster. At that moment, as I was relishing in pride for my community, I was ambushed by an Esper. Instantly, I was taken by its static hostility. This Pokemon looks like it peed itself in front of 100 people, and I need that energy on my team. So I caught it, and I gave it an Everstone so it would stay like that forever. As you can see, I'm starting to develop a little bit of a problem here. See, there's no atmosphere in the shot, and it's too busy on the table. My problem is that I've got a bunch of tiny Pokemon and I want to contrast that with something bigger. Okay, so the last Pokemon I was going to catch was going to be this fat Squirrel, but he took like 4 steps and then gave up, and I want my Pokemon to be more tenacious than that. So sadly, it looks like hibernating Sandy Cheeks is not going to be on my team for now. Moving right along. So now my friend group is growing, and I have to say we're getting along very well. The friendship road got a little bumpy when I made some just disgusting curry. None of my Pokemon would eat it, they made me finish it all myself. But it's fine, our friendship is recovering, and you know, now it's just like real life because everyone's keeping their distance. Moving on. So becoming best friends with all these Pokemon is still a work in progress, but in the meantime, I want to work on making a best friend that is also human. Unfortunately, I didn't really know where to start because the only 2 characters I really remember from the main campaign are these 2 old ladies, so it looks like I'm gonna have to start from the very beginning. Sadly, my enhanced drive and ambition quickly dissipated because the first person I met told me that he was standing where a sign used to be, and then proceeded to tell me what the sign used to say. Meh is right. The worst part is, this guy's probably the most interesting person in the town, tied with this girl who doesn't know what a horoscope is. So, yeah. It looks like my journey to find a friend is not going to be an easy one, but I would be lying if I said I didn't think those exact thoughts when I wake up every morning, so I don't know, your move, therapists. Anyway, in an effort to move things along, I head over to my favorite water-themed town, Harburg. So I walk into the restaurant first, because, well, honestly, because it was the closest thing to me. So then I walk over to the chef, and he asks me to deliver some food for him. Let me read this nonsense for you. Sorry, I forgot to ask for an address. I heard a clickety-clack sound from the phone. Maybe that's a clue as to where to go. Okay, so two options here. Either he recognizes me as the Pokemon champion that saved the entire region 2 days ago and thinks that this is a good use of my time, or he does not know who I am and thinks it's okay to ask a stranger to deliver food to an address that he does not know. I guess it could be worse though. I mean, he could be trying to tell me that my horoscope is super duper lucky. Anyway, whatever, let's deliver the stupid food. I need a challenge and I might make a friend out of it. So from the clickety-clack clue, I can assume she's either next to horses or a train. And since I don't think horses exist in this game, I'm gonna head over to the train. I find the woman, I deliver her food, without a tip, by the way, and I let the chef know that I fixed his mistake. Then the chef paid me, which is nice, but you know what you can do with that extra cash you got lying around? Hire another delivery boy. So then he asked me to go on another delivery for him. In a way, I kind of admire this guy's spontaneity. I want to travel the world with this guy and just see what happens. Anywho, I invite myself in, unannounced, and deliver the second meal whether they like it or not. So this guy does give me a tip. But not a good one. He's just trying to give me advice. But, let me be frank. Advice is not a tip. It's at this point when it dawns on me of how just stupid this is. But I want to finish this side quest because 1, I'm not a quitter, and 2, if I stop doing this, I have to get real life work done, and I don't want to do that. So for the third delivery, I'm supposed to take this food to a green roof. But listen, no one has a green roof. I'm biking around like a madman, I'm asking everyone, but of course no one knows what the hell I'm talking about because it's a stupid side quest to begin with. I'm fed up and I'm exhausted, and at that point, I find him. That's not a roof. That's a tent! When you are camping and you are building a structure to which you are sleeping under, do you call it a roof? No, of course you don't. Because you're not insane. Ooh, and then this collection of polygons has the gall to ask if it was easy to find his hut. A hut that he did not give me an address to and described incorrectly. I have wasted so much time on this side quest. I am too mad at this. So in conclusion, not only have I not yet made a friend, I also didn't have a ton of fun. But I actually did learn one useful thing. If you ever see this man, run.